Mark.
Hey, everybody, we're back. It is SCB Overtime. Where, well, let's be honest, anything goes. It's nearly the holidays. We've been drinking. So
Mark's never done this before. He wasn't here for the first one.
No, I wasn't here for the first overtime.
Awesome.
Which means, first and foremost, this will be much more.
Was a train wreck. It was fantastic. You know, Ian kind of moderated things. It was great.
Well, in fact, I believe that's where the spawning of Casey Kasem first started, wasn't it?
It was, actually. And I don't know how did we start with that? We were talking about Casey Kasem, and I was like, yeah, little Jesse Holoboski from Tucson, Arizona, right?
It was something like that. Yeah.
Dear Casey.
Listen,
my friends and I were playing the fart game the other day. We were just wondering.
Listen, nobody asked Lennon and McCartney where their secrets came from, so let's just keep it that way, you know?
Anyway, the purpose of tonight's overtime, if you didn't
was
catch
more booze. Actually, it was just an excuse to drink more.
Right,
let's be honest.
Yeah, we were going to do this for a regular show, the airing of our Steelers Grievances, but with the sudden passing of Franco, we wanted to make sure we discussed him and talked a little bit about the Steelers game last week and, of course, this week.
You bundled up? Are you in bed?
Yeah,
it's a man. This is the man cave, but I got my two dogs got sharp claws, so I got like an old comforter over the back so to scratch the leather. You know,
all right,
unbelievable. The things you learn on this overtime show.
See, I moved so my tree was behind me.
Oh, there it is.
There it is on this side.
I think what Ian should do right now is wake up all his kids. Yeah, they can join us.
You know, if you want some great opinions on the Steelers, like my 11-year-old would be awesome. He's like, Mitch Trubisky sucks. He keeps throwing the ball to the other team. Why is he doing that, Dad? I'm like, I don't know. Don't ask me.
You know, actually,
I got this little Franco Harris ornament off my tree. So how cool is that?
Actually, what you should do, Ian, is you go wake him up and tell him it's Christmas morning.
Yeah.
I think that would be
psych.
Santa's been here, kids. Yeah, so this is the Festivus airing of the grievances, if you will. And I know Scarps doesn't want to go first.
I'm new to this, so let me go last.
Right. You know, airing of the grievances, of course, is based on
how many do we get?
Hey, Melvin, welcome in, man. Glad you made it. I started with 3, but I don't know. This is just airing of the things that irritate us about the Steelers fans, you name it. It's all based on, of course, the great Seinfeld episode where the wonderful Jerry Stiller creates the holiday known as Festivus because he just can't stand all the commercialism and everything about Christmas.
A Festivus for the rest of us.
Exactly. And part of his traditions were the airing of the grievances, in which I believe he started out with, I got a lot of problems with you people.
And now you're going to hear about it.
And now you're going to hear about it. Besides Ryan, anybody want to go first? Ian, you want to start?
Sure, why not? I'll drop my number one. All right, so my first one deals with the offense, and it's the dumbest fuck play calling that we seem to have every time we get to about the 40-yard line. It's like our brains stop when we cross midfield, and we're like, oh, what are we going to do? Let's run a flea flicker. Let's call a jet sweep to someone who's never touched the ball in 3 weeks and let's let Gunnar Olszewski, he can run the ball, sure. Like, Najee Harris
let's design a fucking screenplay to Zach fucking Gentry.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Look at Burner. Look what
I'll never expect this shit coming. Never.
Yeah. You know what a great time to call this is? When we're just about to get into field goal range, and you know we've driven the ball from like our own 15 out past midfield. Najee's been running great. Warren's got a couple touches. You know, we threw the ball to like Deontay or George. Maybe George had a good catch. And we'll ignore him for the rest of the game now. All right, 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Got to get like 5 yards to get into Boswell's field goal range. Let's run a jet sweep. Let's run a reverse. Let's run a flea flicker.
That shit always works.
It's yeah.
And like we hardly ever lose 3 yards on those.
When Roethlisberger was our quarterback, and I know Kenny isn't Ben, but when Ben was our quarterback, like you cross midfield, you're going for the end zone, right? Like you're taking a shot to score. Ben was like, I know I need 5 yards to get in field goal range, so I'm going to use first down to take a shot for the end zone and try and hit a big play and score here. And then maybe second or third down, I'll worry about that field goal shit. But we just do the dumbest fucking shit. And it annoys me every single friggin' week.
It is every week, too.
Every week. Every week. It's our worst down and distance. Like, Ryan, I know he's your guy, but when Todd Haley was the coordinator, I used to say first and goal from the 10 was our worst down and distance because we couldn't figure out how to get the ball across the goal line from there because it was too far to run, but too close to pass. And we would always just like screw it up. Yeah. Right now, this team, 2022, first and 10 from the opponent's 40-yard line is our worst down and distance.
Might as well just punt. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'm just going to I'm going to air a grievance, and it follows right up with what Ian was saying. Why in the fuck do we have so many design plays for Zach Gentry? I mean, look, first of all, young man, I am so proud of that kid. He was a high school quarterback. He was recruited to college as a quarterback. He was drafted in the 5th round. He was a skinny kid. He's built himself into a very nice second tight end. He's never going to be a number 1 tight end. I don't care what anybody tells me.
So what you're saying is he's a giant number 2. Go on.
He is a wonderful, wonderful giant number 2.
Overtime Ian is a different Ian. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Right? I've noticed that so far. That's my first observation. But I just, why are you trying to set up a play for a guy that has the acceleration skills of a dump truck? I mean, no, just don't do it.
He has become a better blocker. Maybe
he's become
some design blocking plays for him.
He's a good blocker, but my God, on 1st and 10,
remember his rookie year how bad he blocked?
Oh, like I said, I couldn't be more proud of. I couldn't be more proud of a young man for making himself into something.
The last reception
of Ben Roethlisberger's career, Zach Gentry.
Trivia question for life.
Neat.
Yeah. Oh, Melvin's speaking my language. I'm getting to that. Ben, did you want to jump in?
Well, you guys have already stolen my Matt Canada thunder.
Okay.
He sucks donkey balls.
But no one has said him directly yet.
No, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go to the other side of the ball.
Okay.
Oh.
What the fuck were the Steelers thinking with these cornerbacks going into this season?
Fuck yeah.
Let's get it. Actual fuck were they thinking? What the fuck? Seriously.
Let's get it.
This is fucking bullshit. They take man corners and ask them to play soft zone and figure it out. Just figure it out, man. Figure it out. The only one that can fucking do it is Cameron Sutton. It's total fucking bullshit. This defense was set up to fail from the jump. And on top of that, we have a defensive coordinator who runs a scheme that is based entirely upon pressure. And when the pressure doesn't get home, he does not adjust. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? It is frustrating as hell to watch.
Yes, it is.
Terrell Austin isn't quite as bad as Matt Canada, but he's not good. He is not fucking good. And he has way better players to deal with, so he might be just as bad as Matt Canada. Let's be honest.
He's running a close second.
Because the talent he has at his disposal is much, much better than Matt Canada's. It is.
Yeah.
That fucking guy. Oh, God. The corners. Fuck. You got to be kidding me. Design a scheme around your players, not the other way around. Don't make the players play your fucking scheme. God.
I think
you got man corners. They can play man. They can play bump.
It's a wonderful grievance. Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, Ryan, now you've seen 3 different examples. Now you don't have to drop as many F-bombs as.
Yes, you do. It's overtime. There's no rules.
Overtime. There's no rules. little alcohol. I can see you're on the Labatt's.
Labatt's Blue Light, from Pinot Grigio to Labatt Blue Light, whatever.
Yeah.
I have a Southern Tier 2X Christmas Ale, which is delicious.
Ryan is watching his girlish figure. He is. He's responsible.
Ouch.
He's responsible.
I'm maintaining
This
that.
is a
I'm
great
maintaining
comment
that way
right
heading
here.
into the
Okay.
fucking holiday.
Which one? Ian? This one?
This one, yeah, the Dumb and Dumber of the NFL.
Dumb and Dumber of the
that's
NFL.
An amazing comment.
So you're
that's
saying
brutal.
there's a chance.
Brutal because it's true. Big Ben's burner. That was really mean, but also true, so it's kind of funny.
Big Ben's burner is on fire tonight.
So
he has been.
So I'm familiar with the Festivus process, but I'm new to this. So Ben, I'm going to piggyback off yours because this was on my list. And my grievance is Ahkello Witherspoon. And the whole aura surrounding Witherspoon, because the whole thing in the offseason was, hey, listen, we need to fucking re-sign this guy. This guy's fucking great. He's amazing.
He's played long. He's fast.
He's played 4 games this year. He's hurt all the fucking time. And then every time he's played this year, he's gotten burnt like toast. Okay, listen, I understand that the Steelers are not the best at developing cornerbacks via the draft. Okay. But you know what? He actually did play pretty well last year. I thought he was okay. I thought he was a bright spot in what was a shit defense. And fast forward to this year, as a little Jeff Goldblum for you. And he sucks.
Pittsburgh native.
I mean, let's be frank.
And he's hurt.
What they're asking Witherspoon to do doesn't fit his skill set. We want you to be an off-man corner.
Okay.
And play some zone, some soft zone bullshit and tackle the catch. That's not his game.
No,
never has been.
Right.
So then we get back to our coordinators don't put our players in position.
Exactly.
However,
that was my number 2 one. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, Ian, but the best availability is availability, right? And Ahkello Witherspoon has been not available.
Yeah, well, okay. Ahkello Witherspoon's hamstring blew up, literally, it's exploded.
It must have.
So he's kind of a non-issue now, but a non-factor rather. Excuse me now, but yeah, Witherspoon. Fuck all the corners. Jesus Christ, our corners are not good. We need a legitimate number 1 shutdown corner.
And I'll tell you this right now, because we're talking candidly, that is not Joey Porter Jr.
I don't think so.
I agree.
Either.
Joey Porter Jr. is not
good corner. He's too handsy. He will not succeed in this league.
On the other hand, no, I'm going to disagree with you because
I think he'll succeed.
He's a good
not
tackling
as a first-round pick.
corner. Nah, but he'll get drafted in the first round.
Oh, for sure.
Because teams are desperate for cornerback talent.
Yeah, especially long athletes.
Wide receiver, corner, quarterback, always get taken too high. Always get taken too high. Always.
I don't think he's going to be that great at this time.
I'm not saying he's going to be good. I'm saying he's going to get drafted in the first round.
Do you guys not like anything that Levi Wallace has done?
He's been okay.
I thought Wallace has been fine.
Wallace isn't as tight as I hoped he would be, right? He gives guys too much cushion. He gives up catches, and his long speed isn't good. That was the knock on him in Buffalo, was that he could get beat over the top. And then when we played Buffalo, lo and behold, they're like, oh, Levi Wallace is guarding a guy. We're going to go deep to that guy.
Right.
And Josh Allen tore us apart because they were like, Wallace can't run with our receivers.
He did get a pick in that game, but how much do you associate that to that he played in Buffalo?
Yeah. Allen underthrew that ball, though. But
that's fine. No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to listen, everybody says I'm a fucking hater, but I'm trying to give credit to the guy right now. But I got you.
No. We could replace all of our corners except for Cam Sutton and probably be better off than we are right now.
Dude, and they fucking need to re-sign Cam Sutton. They should have tried to do it last offseason, and they didn't. And he did a good job when he was asked about it. That dude is such a fucking hybrid, and he's good at everything that he does. And that's the other thing too. I'm on a rant right now, but you don't always got to be 100% in the NFL, right? That's never going to fucking happen.
No.
But Cam Sutton is on the good end of things more often than he's on the bad end.
Fucking smart.
Yes, and that is huge.
That's what it is. The guy's fucking smart. He's ready for every contingency.
I agree with Melvin too.
The pass
Edmonds
interference.
Too, yes.
Yeah, we should definitely re-sign Edmonds.
To your point, the pass interference penalty on Sunday was a smart play.
Fucking
he
right.
was beat. He was fucking beat. If not, okay, it was kind of marginal. Maybe you call it, maybe you don't. But
if he turns his head even slightly, he doesn't.
He gets away with it. I agree with you. I agree with you. But given the situation, you do what he did, or you give up a touchdown. So you go ahead and you give that up, which moves them up.
Right.
And it gives your defense a chance to fight another day. Right?
Yeah.
And what happened? Eventually, we gave a field goal, right?
Right.
So a smart play. The thing about Sutton is he's so goddamn bright. He's ready for every different contingency. He's got something in his head. He reads things very well, and he knows how to react to them. A lot of guys, Artie Burns, all right? God bless him. Great athlete. Not very bright.
Is Artie even in the league anymore?
He was with the Bears and then tore his ACL again or something.
Yeah, I don't know if he's. I mean, I feel bad for the kid,
honestly, like Cam Sutton is going to be a great defensive coordinator.
I tore his other ACL.
Shit, he might have.
Yeah.
Didn't Artie tear his other ACL, his second ACL?
Terrible. I as far as Edmonds, I think his price is going to be really, really curious.
Especially after it had
Artie Burns plays for the Seahawks now.
Okay. Yeah, Ryan, I agree. I think he's had a really nice year this year. Plus,
if I was the Steelers, when he didn't get picked up, I would have actually signed him to a longer term deal when he didn't get picked up in free agency. But they only gave him that 1 year deal because I think other teams are looking at that guy and be like, "God damn, this is a smart dude."
Well, it's like Ian was saying, availability. I mean, this guy
one game he's only missed
one
game
in his career.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've talked a lot tonight. I apologize to the audience.
You're fine. You're fine.
You're just fine, asshole.
You're kind of a dick, and it's really a hater. The kids would call you a hater, and they're right. You are one.
Ian, would you like to go with your second grievance, by the way?
Actually, I wanted to talk about Edmonds for a second. No, honestly, I think if they looking at what other strong safeties make, if they could get him for somewhere between $6 to $8 million a year is probably a pretty good deal.
I was thinking 8 or 9, but yeah.
Well, yeah, and I was looking at the Jets signed Jordan Whitehead for $7.25 per year.
Yeah.
So around that number would be a pretty good deal for him on a 3 or 4 year contract. So yeah, I think Edmonds.
Here we go.
I've been a critic of
Steel Dad is not a legend. Shut the fuck up.
I've been a critic of Terrell Edmonds since they drafted him. And part of the problem is that he was the first round pick, right? That if we had picked him in the second round or the third round or whatever,
totally different conversation.
Exactly.
1,000,000%.
It's just that we expect so much out of our first round picks, and we also picked Edmonds when both Lamar Jackson and Nick Chubb were still on the board. Plus, there's a bunch of other factors.
We also expect a lot out of our players that are outed for having a first round grade when we draft them in the third round.
Well, there's that too. Okay.
Melvin and I, by the way, drank a lot of these long necks, man. I'm telling you right now. We put away a lot of those. I didn't even know he met Franco earlier in the day. Shit.
Oh, man.
I feel bad.
Melvin, you're in for overtime, and this is a good time. All right, my number
it's
2.
It's a horrible time.
No, it's not. All right.
A goddamn train wreck.
It's bad.
My first
way.
Grievance dealt with the offense, so for my second grievance, I will deal with the defense.
Oh.
And what the fuck is wrong with our inside linebacker play?
Robert fucking Spillane. That's what's wrong with it.
Yes, we keep giving snaps to Robert Spillane in passing situations. Okay, I understand that the coaches like Spillane because he understands where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Whether or not he has the athleticism to actually be where he's supposed to be is a different story. But in pass coverage, he's an absolute disaster, especially on third fucking down when you're supposed to be able to get off the field and get the ball back to your offense. Like, if I'm an opposing offensive coordinator and I've got 10 seconds in the headset with my quarterback and it's 3rd and 3 or more, I'm like, look at who number 41 is on and throw it to that guy. I don't care who it is. I don't care. It can be on an
showing his
tackle.
Age with the Mickey Spillane reference.
Yeah. Like, oh my goodness. And yeah, so
Zach Wilson is explaining why he sucks so much right now on Amazon. Sorry.
Okay.
Well,
so there's my number 2, Robert Spillane and the inside linebackers.
Okay. Spillane reminds me of me. Okay, I played college basketball. Believe it or not, I got to a point.
I didn't fucking notice, still, Dad.
I did not know this either. Okay. I know you played football. I didn't know you played basketball.
No, I didn't play football in college. Bad. Okay. I knew what to do, and I knew where to be. I wasn't damn athletic enough to do it, though. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't compete with the people I was playing with and against. That's what I see when I see Spillane. I see a guy who knows where he's supposed to be. He reads things really well, and he busts his ass, but he just isn't getting there.
Yeah, he's an overachiever.
Yeah.
You got to give him props from an athletic standpoint.
Absolutely.
Given his limited athletic ability, the guy's an overachiever. That doesn't make him good. I understand why people want to root for him. I completely agree with you, Mark.
Yeah.
Completely. But he's not good.
Dude, this guy played at Western Michigan. He played in the MAC. You know, in the NFL.
Don't shit on the MAC still, Dad. I'm just saying, okay?
There was a guy.
I'm pretty sure the MAC sucks. The entire thing.
There was a guy sitting in front of me last week at Heinz Field or whatever the fuck.
That Miami of Ohio team sucks.
That was wearing a Spillane jersey, and I think I texted you guys. I was
like,
oh, here's a guy who wasted $100.
Did anybody ask him if A, was it a joke, or B, was it not? Because it was funny as shit.
I don't know, but he was definitely wearing a Spillane jersey, and I was like, "What the
Spillane?" Listen, Robert Spillane is the guy that embodies the average person, the average Steeler fan. Let's say it that way.
Right.
And that pick 6 against Lamar in 2020.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, when that fucking happened, like, I don't know if I've ever been more proud of a moment in my Steelers rooting career than seeing Robert Spillane read that, pick it off, and fucking run right in the edge and then point to his family. That's such a cool fucking moment. And then after that, I was like, you know, this guy just isn't fucking good. You know?
I'm just gonna swim. I'm just gonna go out and swim out into the deep end here, and I'm just gonna say this.
Yeah.
Among the people I know that are Spillane fans, they are rednecky and a little bit white supremacist and proud of the fact that a white guy is doing okay in a position he shouldn't be doing okay in because he's not athletically gifted enough to play that position. I'm saying it. Sorry. It is what it is.
Well, I mean, you went
Sorry.
there.
I did.
Went there in Steel City Blitz overtime.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Ben, would you equate those same individuals as the people that are all in on, you know, Cowher would have never tolerated that from Marcus Allen?
Fuck yes, I would. And the Chuck Noll people.
Totally.
Chuck Noll would have never tolerated that. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Totally
Chuck Noll had Fats Holmes, who took a shot at a police helicopter. Two shots at a police helicopter.
Mean Joe Green used to get personal fouls all the time.
Mean Joe Green quit on the team, walked out.
But the other Robert Spillane's other calling card is that he fucking stuffed Derrick Henry.
Yes.
I'm just telling you guys, there's nothing wrong with Robert Spillane. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people that tend to support him that I personally know, the people that I know, are a little bit, let's just say they have questionable character.
No, I think it's a great point. Claude mentioned the hit.
You went
those
there.
Those were back.
I did, and
weeks.
I'm sure I'm going to piss people off by that, and I'm sorry.
Hey, those were.
And I love Robert Spillane. I think he's, like I said, I think he's an overachiever. He is.
He is.
But the people that want to defend him playing as many snaps as he has are a lot of them are those kind of people. Sorry. I said it. I did it.
He had the big hit against Derrick Henry. A week later, he had the interception, and people were all in on Bobby Spillane. And they had every right to be. He made 2 huge plays. But that doesn't make you a great football player long term, though.
It's true, Melvin. The people I know don't watch Y'all 22.
Right. This is another important fact right here. Yeah, very good one. Is it my turn for a grievance?
No, it's me.
Ryan, go ahead.
No.
I didn't know we were taking turns.
Well, just, at this point, just spew whatever you got. Right?
We're just kind of yelling. We're yelling into the abyss.
Ian, Steel Dad, Ben, me.
Well, who cares?
All right.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
Well, listen, all right. I got a fucking problem with the mustache guy that sits next to Matt Canada in the booth. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy?
You know, I have a problem with Matt Canada sitting in the booth at all, but who's that guy?
Who's the guy next to him?
They pan to Matt Canada, and he has no expression on his face.
No.
And then the mustache guy's next to him, and he's like always looking like he's celebrating a fucking minor victory, like he played at Wembley Stadium during Live Aid when there was nobody in the stadium, and he was like, "Hey, oh," you know, like that's the type of energy I get from that guy, and I have no fucking idea who he is. But let me tell you this:
before Queen.
Let me tell you this. See, I understood the assignment. So this fucking guy, I mean, he's just sitting there. He's acting all serious, and you're just like, "Oh yeah, who's it?" And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Let's have a."
And he's writing down shit.
Yeah. Hey, oh, hey, like, and when he says hey, he's talking about the shit play from the offense. And you know what? CBS doesn't care, or Greg Gumbel, or Trent Green, or fucking Adam Archuleta, or whoever called Mitch Darnold or Sam Trubisky.
That was Gumbel.
Like whatever that was. But anyway, yeah, the guy next to Matt Canada with the mustache is pissing me off. Just wanted to say that.
Hey, Big Ben's burner. If the guy's job is to tell Matt Canada whether or not running the jet sweep is a good or bad idea, he's a major fuck up. We all hate him. We fucking hate him.
It's funny because what I noticed is that next to mustache guy is Brian Flores. All right. And Brian Flores looked like he wanted to be so far away from those two guys, it wasn't even funny. I mean, he was looking way the other way the other day. It was hilarious.
It can't. Maybe I'm drunk.
I'm telling you, it was Flores the other day.
No, Brian Flores should reach over and punch those guys because they're friggin' idiots.
Offensive coaches and defensive coaches are a totally different booth.
That's what I thought too, Scarps. But I swear that was Flores the other day. Maybe Carolina's got a different setup.
Maybe.
I thought for sure that was Flores sitting there next to him. That's why I just kept going, well, that's weird because I thought the same thing.
Was it, or Mark, are you sure it wasn't like the other assistant offensive quarterbacks coach that they hired?
No, it's Denzel Martin. It's Denzel.
It could have been.
It's Denzel. It's not Flores. It's Denzel.
It could have been. I could say correct. Yeah, because I
thought
I ain't trying to be a dick. They definitely separate that.
But they always had, and that's why it was shocking to me.
Oh, wait, Ian, you don't have to work tomorrow, do you?
I'm off for the rest of the year. Yeah. No, that is worth talking about, like Canada being in the booth though, because there's that set, like you have a rookie quarterback who's coming off the field who's like, what the fuck did I just see? I had no idea they were blitzing from there, and your coordinator's up in the booth and can't even like talk to him and be like, well, you see, sometimes they're gonna blitz that way, and you got to be prepared for that, you know. Like when Ben was a rookie, like Wisenhunt and Haley and Arians and all those guys, like they were on the sidelines talking to him and could yell at him when he did stupid shit. Like Ben didn't like it when Wisenhunt yelled at him, but nevertheless, like I don't
really understand. I never got that.
I don't like Canada being up in the booth. I understand you can see more of the field and you can see
He
plays
sucks
develop,
anyway. Who
but
cares where he is?
I don't like.
I don't
gives a
like
shit
the
where he
camera
is.
being up in the booth.
I don't like Canada being employed by the team. I don't give a fuck where he is.
Completely
This
fucking
is
agree.
a fair point.
You should not be in a booth if you're an offensive coordinator. That's just my opinion. That's just me.
I think.
Hi, Matt. Welcome to the show.
Pickett spends more time with Mike Sullivan
We have
than
Matt
he
Smith
does.
from House of the Dragons here tonight. This is fucking great. We're killing it tonight.
Mike Sullivan does more coaching down there than Canada does. You know,
Yeah,
I think
Canada calls some plays that don't work.
Right
from the booth. It's great. This
is a funny fucking point right here. I wish I had someone that believed in me the way that Salah believes in Zach Wilson. Hey, you gotta love your coach sticking up for your guy, man, right?
Or the way Mike Tomlin believes in Marcus Allen.
Oh! Yes. Okay, so can I go next?
Yes.
The fact that Mike Tomlin will not talk about the conversations that he has with players who fuck up over and over and over and over again is annoying. And I love Mike. I'm a Mike Tomlin guy.
Same.
But God damn it. You know, when Deontay Johnson and Marcus Allen fuck up that egregiously, maybe you should address that with the media. Maybe. Like the time that AB filmed the locker room post, the celebration and the
Kansas City
Facebook Live and all that was fucking horrible. When that happened, Mike was like, that was selfish. It was irresponsible. It was, blah, blah, blah. I won't get into the fact that we're going to punish him. We're not going to punish us. Just basically telling him we're not going to bench him or anything.
So
I think he fined him like $10,000 and took away his start.
It was something.
I have to say this, because in that video,
you can see Ryan dancing in that video.
No. In that video, there's a white guy getting undressed, and it was Greg Warren, the long snapper.
Oh, my
phone blew up and was like, "Is that you taking your drawers off?" And I was like, "What?" And those.
It really was Ryan.
No, it was good. Yeah.
Those texts made me realize that he was live. He was going live.
Yeah.
I didn't know. We didn't fucking know. And they were like, Scarps, you taking your drawers off. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, oh my God.
This actually leads to a very important question here. In your capacity in the PR, did you have a very nice outfit you wore to the stadium and then changed into your official gear, or did you just wear the same clothes all the time?
No. So, for home games, always wore a suit. For road games, because I was on the field, I allowed what the elements allowed.
So you had to be on the field for away games, but home games you were not.
Home games, I was up at the press box. I ran the press box, making sure all the shit was good, food, etc., bathrooms, you name it.
Why the switch?
Wait, because did you set up Myron Cope's phone books before he went into the booth?
Myron Cope passed away long before I even worked there. But
Jesus!
Well,
I'm just saying, no. Maybe you had the opportunity to slap the phone books on the chair.
No, because
here's this guy, Fucker Brown.
Fucker Brown.
Here's the guy, Fucker Brown. It touches like I don't know. So for road games, the PR intern did not travel. So I was, but for road games, I can't tell you the number of times that I wrapped my feet in Giant Eagle plastic bags and then put my shoes on because of the elements.
Wow. Shout out to Giant Eagle, by the way, if you want to sponsor the show, please let us know.
You put the Giant Eagle bags underneath your shoes?
Yeah.
Inside your shoes.
I'm not even kidding you. I can't tell you the number of times I put hunting socks on my feet. Mm-hmm. Above those, I put a blue Giant Eagle fucking plastic bag, tied it, and then put shoes over it.
It keeps your feet dry. Yeah.
Keep my feet dry and warm. Can't even tell you the number of times.
Huh?
Wow.
Yes.
So you had to be on the field for those games.
Right? Oh, yeah. Last game I ever was at, 2017 year, 2016 AFC Championship at Foxborough.
That's pretty cold, huh?
It was cold, and then it got really colder after halftime when fucking Chris fucking Hogan, the former lacrosse player, decided to fucking just shred our defense. And Julian Edelman, a MAC guy, Julian Edelman, Kent State.
Well, that was the game like Kobe Hamilton was our leading receiver too, right?
Yeah, we had no receivers that week.
Because AB's brain was broken and Le'Veon Bell got hurt in the first quarter of that game. And
the problem was Le'Veon Bell
was
got
still
hurt.
there. AB was still there that year.
The problem was Le'Veon Bell got hurt.
Yeah.
And as soon as Le'Veon Bell got hurt, Bill Belichick, being who he is, shifted all his attention to AB.
Yeah.
That is Belichick's game plan is take away one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Take him away completely. Once you do that, you just contend with the rest of the offense.
So, Giant Eagle, if you're listening, and you want to sponsor us, even at home games. So, my intern years, I was on the field at home games, and they kept talking this week about the coldest games in Steelers history. Mm-hmm. And the game that they brought up was the Jets AFC Championship game.
I was at that one too. That wasn't as cold as the Patriots one though. The Patriots one was colder.
So I wasn't. Yes, Ian. I wasn't at the game. I didn't work there, and I wasn't at the game at the time. But I do remember watching that game from my house, and I remember walking outside at like halftime, just taking my breath and be like, "Holy fuck, it's cold out there."
It was really freaking cold.
I was on my deck grilling at halftime. It was fucking cold. Yes, it was.
I'm telling you this too. Don't underestimate the modifications it's Heinz Field. Don't underestimate the modifications Heinz Field has gone through, including closing that South Plaza.
Yes.
Because that is a big fucking deal. Because before that was closed, that fucking stadium was a lot windier and a lot colder. I don't care what anybody says.
Ben mentioned that on the regular show, and I didn't bring it up, but where my seats are, which is like at the 10-yard line on the opponent's side of the field,
they were cold.
They were a lot colder before they put in that like new, executive suite or whatever they call it, like
Champions
under the
Club.
Champions Club, whatever.
Champions Club.
Yeah, the Champions Club under the scoreboard. It was a lot colder before they put that in, because before they put that in, the wind would just come off the river and just blow right on us, like we were right there. And now it's a little better, but I mean we still get some, but it's not as bad as it was.
And it still comes in through the northwest corner, right?
Yeah,
it comes in and whips around. I mean,
right.
It came off the river. It comes off the river and whips around.
You can still feel it swirl down there. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you this. The fact that they closed that South Plaza has aided kickers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Including Boswell. I mean, I'm talking like that has absolutely added to the Heinz field goal percentage.
Well, I'd be a huge fan of like enclosing the whole goddamn thing like it used to be with Three Rivers, because that was a loud fucking stadium.
Yeah.
Three Rivers.
That was so loud. I mean, let's be honest. It was a shitty stadium, but the experience.
Hey, oh my God! Those bathrooms.
Aside from the aluminum chairs where I was sitting, okay, those bathrooms are disgusting. You know that. But yeah, I mean, it was so goddamn loud. Oh God, it was so good. Oh fuck, I really missed that. That's my next grievance. The stadium's too fucking quiet. God damn it, the fans suck. This is bullshit. And if they don't show up in droves on Saturday, I personally am going to be upset about that. But, it's fucking cold.
Well, hey, and there's something to be said for the comfort of, not dealing with traffic, crowds, and the cold, and being able to sit in front of a nice 70-inch TV,
Listen,
and paying like $13 for a beer, but
Well, that too.
And I'm going to say this, even before Franco passed RIP, the NFL, all they fucking care about is money. And this Saturday is a prime example. They don't give a fuck.
What are you saying? It's a business?
Yes. And,
really?
Okay. Yeah, okay. And you laugh about that. But how many
I laugh
fans
because I'm
out
drunk.
there?
I'm sorry.
No. Listen, we're fine. We're fine. The point being is that fans actually think that like somehow the NFL is looking out for their best interest. They don't give a fuck. Like, they don't care. They don't give a shit. It's all about money. And you know what? Everybody is going to watch on TV the Steelers game. They don't care about how many people actually show up to Acrisure or Heinz Field or Rivers.
Even the Steelers don't give a shit.
4.
All the tickets
are sold
at the Steelers Heinz Field are sold. Whether or not people show up or not, it's secondary. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Is it my turn again for number 3?
Yeah, Ian, get in there. Get in there.
All right.
Yeah, get in there.
More grievances.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on this one because I did the offense, I did the defense, and now I'm gonna hit
Danny Smith.
No.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna hit the fans.
Oh.
Because fans who want to lose for a better draft pick
Suck
is a
donkey balls.
fucking loser mentality.
Yes.
And go be a fucking Browns fan.
Yes.
That's a Browns fan mentality.
Turn in your fucking terrible towels. You suck.
You should always you play to win the fucking game. You
right.
You always want to make the playoffs. I don't care if you lose in the first round. If you're not at the prom, tournament. You don't get to dance with the girl, right? The only way to potentially even think about winning a championship is being in the playoffs. The only way to dance with the girl is being at the prom. You're not going to dance with her if you're sitting at home.
Would you mind if we dance with your dates?
It doesn't matter. You play.
That was a great scene.
You ain't getting to the Dexter nightclub. Unless you try to dance.
I play to win the game. I don't care. Let the draft fall where it may. I don't honestly like, and I've said this on the show before. Draft picks and draft capital, quote unquote, is only as good as the scouts you have in the building, the people making the pick, the GM, and the coaches you have to develop those players. Right? Like, if Lamar Jackson had gone to the Jets with quarterback killer Adam Gase as his coach, he would not have been Lamar Jackson, right? But Sam Darnold went to the Jets instead.
Just got a snuggie
and sucked ass. So, and Lamar Jackson went to the Ravens, the new Browns, whatever. I'm drunk, whatever. Lamar Jackson went to the new Browns, the Ravens, and they redesigned their whole offense for him. So, like, situation for a quarterback. Situation for any player almost matters more than the player's talent.
Huge.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
So wanting to lose to pick better in the draft doesn't matter. The fucking Jaguars have picked in the top 10 of the draft 14 out of the last 15 years.
Yep.
And okay, they're good this year, but they've sucked ass for the 14 out of the last 15 years. Yeah, they'll probably win the division because the Titans are going to screw it up. So
they've sucked donkey balls. Let's use the correct term.
So at any rate, the fans who want to lose for a better draft position, I'm not gonna use the no true Scotsman fallacy. I'm not gonna say they're not true Steelers fans, but that is a loser Browns fan mentality of losing to get a better draft pick. No, win the fucking games, build your team, show progress and development, right? The best thing we can do this year, honestly, like if Kenny Pickett comes out these next 3 weeks and shows progressive development and we win and he looks better each week, that's better than any draft position we could have. Right?
I agree.
So, yes. You play to win the game.
I had this conversation with somebody this week, and the point that I brought up was there is not one player or coach in that locker room that gives a shit about next spring's draft.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Cam Hayward right now cares about getting a better first-round draft pick? No. Or Minka or any of these players. They don't care about that. I mean, just go play, see where the chips fall, and you want to go out and do the best you can and win games. I mean, Carolina beating Carolina, was it a huge thing at the end of the day? No, but I know I felt a lot better about winning than I did if we would have lost.
Goddamn
Absolutely.
right.
Winning is so much better than losing.
Yeah,
and especially at this level, like these, some of these guys.
That's Big Ben's burner is absolutely right.
Yeah, Big Ben's burner. No, hell yeah, Big Ben's burner. Like, especially at this level, like some guys make more than others, other guys don't make more than others. But the point is, it's like when you get paid to do a fucking job, your job is to win by any means necessary, right? Like, especially at this level. So, like, whether you're making, and I hate to say this in like terms of millions or hundreds of thousands, because we're definitely not at that level.
Well, speak for yourself now.
Well, but the point is, it's like, when you make more money, you're expected to do more,
Right.
and you're expected to lead a little bit more. So, for these guys to not care and I've never, ever, ever felt that way or said that this team doesn't care. Results are a different story, but Ian, I agree with you. And I think we all agree that at the end of the day, this team has drafted good players in the middle of the pack. So for everybody being like, oh, they draft middle, whatever. Okay. So you don't want another David DeCastro. You don't want another Mark Pouncey. You don't want a fucking
You don't want a TJ Watt who's drafted 30th, first round.
Cam Hayward was 31st. Like, so don't tell me that this team has to draft top 5 or top 10 to be successful.
Points.
So again, I mean, is that appeal there? Of course it is. It's natural because we haven't fucking sucked. And that's the thing. We haven't sucked in so long that we don't even know what it's like to draft that early.
No. So, all right. So we traded up to number 10 to take Devin Bush.
Right.
Before that, do you know when our last top 10 pick was?
89?
2000. So close. But
Troy Edwards.
Yeah. But we went from 2000 until the Devin Bush pick.
Troy Edwards was a top 10 pick.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like number 9, I think.
We were desperate for a receiver, man.
Yeah.
I remember Cower introducing him going, we feel lucky to have been in a position to take Troy. They're like, dude, you are lying. I mean, I can tell you're lying from here. And you're like,
is that Cower-esque?
It is Cower-esque, man. I looked up the screen. I started laughing my ass off.
Have been able to
be
in a position to take Troy. And I was like, what the fuck? I feel so deflated. I wasn't feeling great about this before. Now I'm like, fuck this. That was a terrible draft pick. And it turned out it was.
Fine line, Ben.
My broader point is, right, we had to trade up into the top 10 to get Devin Bush from 20 to 10. Yeah. So the last time we actually earned a top 10 pick was 22 years ago in 2000, right? The Jaguars have had 14 top 10 picks in the last 15 years.
That's right. Ben was 11. Sorry.
Ben was 11. And I think Plex was 11 too.
Plex was 8.
Or Plex was 8. Oh, so Plex was the last one.
So that
Plex was the last top 10 pick. No, Plex was 2000.
2001. Okay.
2001.
No, it was 2000. I'm telling you.
2000? Really?
Yeah.
It was a long time
Edwards
ago,
was 99.
Edwards was 99.
Edwards was 98. Edwards was 98.
No.
Because that was the year that 98 was the year that Cower really lost the team.
Okay, well, at any rate, Plex was 2000. He was the last true top 10 pick that we earned that
we earned because we were that shitty.
Yes. So we've been good for that long and have continued.
You're right.
To be
it was
good
99. I'm sorry.
Because we've had the three things, right? We've had good scouting, good people making the decisions, and good coaching to develop the talent. So, And actually, to Matt Smith in the chat made a really good point here.
Matt Smith.
Yes, the Claypool trade. But beyond that, like we're not gonna make the playoffs this year. I understand that. It's fine. I want to see progress. I want to see improvement. But
what if we do make the playoffs?
That'd be fucking hilarious, honestly.
At this point, it would be a fucking miracle.
Yeah. But here's my point.
It would be.
But
what if it happens?
Plax was 2000.
Yeah.
Troy Edwards was 99.
Yeah. This year we're in position potentially.
He was 13th, by the way.
Was Jamel Stevens 98?
No, Jermaine Stevens.
Jermaine Stevens is 95, 6.
Oh, no. Fuck, I'm way off.
Jermaine Stevens was
96.
5, 6.
Yeah. Okay. At any rate, let me make my point here.
Sorry.
My fourth grievance is Ben's fucking interrupting me all the time.
Fuck that guy.
If you had a decent point to make, I wouldn't interrupt you.
Okay. All right. No, my point is that for so many years now, right? 20 some years.
Yep.
We have picked late enough in the first round, 18th onward, right? 20th onward, that our second round pick hasn't even been in the top 50.
Yeah.
This year, we're going to get our first round pick, the Bears' second round pick, plus our second round pick, which will all be in the top 50. Like, we're going to get most likely three top 50 players this year, which is something we haven't had like more than one top 50 player in like the last 20 years, most of the time. Right. So,
I mean, it's hard to say, honestly, Ian, because we have Andy Weidel now, who's kind of basically running the personnel side. Let's be honest. Do you guys really expect Omar to run personnel?
No.
Me either.
No.
We don't know, though.
No, we don't, but I feel confident in Weidel.
Right, we don't, but, I mean, we kind of know-ish.
Yeah.
So you got Andy Weidel, so we don't really know. We don't know what's going to happen. And it's like it's kind of a, I hope that he does what he did before in Philly, where he invests in the line, and like that's his point of emphasis. But I don't know that. Yeah. I don't know. The lines, investing in the lines, both lines, would be a really, really nice step.
They have to.
Yeah. Well, and it's I've talked a lot, but my last point
here, go ahead,
is that there's different ways to build a team, and I feel like the team we currently have was built from the outside in rather than from the inside out, and our successful teams have been built from the inside out. The Cowher teams, the Tomlin teams that won Super Bowls or went to Super Bowls, right? Or even the Tomlin teams that were successful, right? In the early 2000s, they spent first and second round picks on Pouncey, DeCastro, and
the 2010s.
Yeah, no, the tackle from Florida, Marcus Gilbert.
Marcus Gilbert.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah. He was the second, true.
That was an early round pick, though.
Right. So, but in a span of 2 years, they spent 3 picks in the top 2 rounds on Pouncey, DeCastro, and Gilbert, and rebuilt they built their team from the inside out.
And
whereas right now we've got like good skill position players on the outside and a good running back that we spent a first round pick on and a quarterback we spent a first round pick on. We've kind of built from the outside in rather than the inside out. So like we gotta spend some
we need to spend some line. I would agree with that. We need to invest into like foundational type players that are going to play for this team for 10-ish years.
Yeah.
And I think the lines would be a great place to start.
Yeah. O-line, D-line, cornerback is the 3.
Corner would be amazing.
Yeah.
If they can get a shutdown corner. But I don't know if they're going to be drafting high enough. I don't think they're going to be drafting high enough to get a shutdown type corner. And as you pointed out earlier, Joey Porter ain't that guy. He's not. And I really hope they don't take him.
I guess my question is what position do you go at in terms of free agency?
Corner. You absolutely take a corner.
I agree with that. I think it should be corner just based, and we've talked about this, Ian, on
but who are the corner free agents?
Well, I don't know. I'm not that far down the road yet. I'm just saying that the history dictates that usually you do better with a free agent corner than you do with a high draft corner.
Mm-hmm.
but let's not forget linebacker is going to be an issue too. With Bush gone,
Bush is probably going to leave.
Yep.
Robert Spillane sucks.
Got to go upgrade over him.
Miles Jack is still under contract for another year.
Right.
Thank goodness.
And so therefore, I just look at that balance. What do you look at draft versus what do you look at free agency? And obviously, because free agency happens first, you'll have those things taken care of. But
is KZ under contract for 2 years? Or only one?
Yeah, KZ has one more year.
KZ, I think's got one more.
KZ's been a good addition.
Yeah,
I agree. This team
he could be a starter on a lot of teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, Ryan?
This team does not draft cornerbacks early and develop them.
Good point there, buddy.
Yeah.
So like,
I think a lot of teams struggle with that.
As much as I I said earlier.
No, it's a 1 year deal for KZ.
Oh crap.
Yeah,
Fuck
as
is
much,
right.
As much as I talked about, Witherspoon earlier, that's not a bad investment. I'm talking about the production that they got from the investment. That's not on them. That's just the way it is. But
no, that is on them because their coaches did not design a scheme to fit that player.
But he's also been hurt.
Okay, fine. His hamstring blew up, but when he was healthy, he wasn't playing well.
I thought last year when he was healthy, he played well. He was
last year. He did last year. This year, they have tried to put him in positions where he's not. It doesn't fit his skill set. Which it's like, it's the same thing with Matt Canada. You're going, dude, would you design something around your players rather than trying to make them fit your fucking college scheme, which sucks, incidentally.
I don't know about you, but Matt Canada was asked today if they might have been running out of plays on that 21 play drive coming out of halftime, and he said we don't run out of plays, and
because they only have 7 plays that they call.
He could have fucking fooled me because I've seen the same fucking shit
honestly
on the different way.
You cannot convince me the Steelers don't run more than 10 or 12 plays per game. I'm sorry. I am fucking sorry. It's the same shit.
That's why he's going to be back next year
again. Why? Because he sucks?
Wait, because who sucks?
Matt Canada.
Okay, well, Ben, you and I, it's still dead. Did you get to your third grievance yet or not?
Shit, I don't even know if I did my second one.
Who cares? Wait, why is he going to be back? Because he sucks? What's the real reason?
Canada's under contract.
Say it out loud, Ryan. Why is he going to be back?
I ain't trying to pat myself on the back, but I've been fucking saying this for fucking weeks and
why
months
is he going to be back, though, Ryan? Why?
Because
what's the real reason?
Because art is cheap.
Because I burped. Because the old cowboy is no longer there. This is his first year with a new set of quarterbacks. Mitch is not going to be the guy next year.
Yep.
So they have Kenny there. And Matt Canada gave Dino Tomlin a scholarship.
Well, it's because Art doesn't want to pay somebody for not working.
I'm just saying.
No, I think that's part of it, but it's also part of it to say that Art doesn't want to pay somebody that's not working for him.
Yeah.
I want to say this, and I know I've been talking a lot tonight, so bear fucking with me, but I need to say this. So Art doesn't want to pay a lot. I'm not going to disagree with that. However, I want to say this, that put a gun to my head right now, and I will tell you that the organization overall chose Todd Haley in 2012.
Yeah. And
I don't necessarily know if Todd Haley made a ton of money. So my point is,
I don't know. Rumor has it that rumor. Actually, I tried to confirm this as hard as I could and was rebuffed at every angle. But supposedly, Matt Canada is making $700K a year. Yes. I would not say that is terrible money.
Oh, I'd fucking take that much money to be shitty at my job.
Right? right?
I think we
700,000 a year. I would too.
Does that entitle him to a seat at the corner bar at Tequila Cowboy though?
I probably does.
It wasn't like that.
Wow.
Relax.
People will be throwing glasses at him while he's sitting at the corner spot.
Listen, you want to fucking shit on Todd Haley?
I don't care about that.
I knew I'd get
Todd Haley was a good offensive coordinator. He was.
Except for the red zone.
And y'all fucking shit on him when he was here, and now you're like, holy fuck, this guy was pretty fucking good.
Well, we shit on his red zone offense.
Because I was not a Bruce Arians fan, and I was like,
oh, God, I fucking
Haley.
hated Bruce Arians.
I defended Haley because I was like, he is so much better than Arians was.
So for my next grievance, because I need to get this out.
Get it out.
Say it. My next grievance is Scarps. That mustache, what the fuck? Is that like a cop mustache? Is it a cop mustache? Is that what you're going for?
Is it a what?
Is it a cop mustache? A mustache. A mustache for a cop mustache. Was it a cop mustache or was it like as you pointed out, a 70 porn star? Probably not 70 porn star. I'm going to go with like 80s porn star.
It is.
Cop mustache.
Dirty New York detective type of mustache.
It's awful. It's terrible.
Trying out for a role on Reno
I think that
911.
Mrs. Scarpino should object loudly. I'm just saying.
To be fair, my pregnant wife fucking hates it, but you know, I need to fucking. I need
good for her.
I need
good for her.
I need
now
to have
that's
a little
funny
bit of
shit right there.
That's good. I need to
draw my line.
Mrs. Scarpino fucking hates that mustache because it's awful.
Hey, Burner and Freak just came hard, and I love it.
Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is over there.
Back to back.
Was that your real grievance?
That was my third, whatever number grievance.
All right, so you know what? I'm gonna lead into mine because you're gonna be that way. My grievance is Renegade.
Oh,
Renegade needs to get the fuck out of here because you know what? What once was is not now. Okay, Renegade represents a time and. You're a dick. Stop laughing. Renegade represents a time of Steelers football circa 2003. Tommy Maddox, Chris Matu Malafala wild card game against the Browns.
Yeah,
that was successful. And then it motions into your Lamar Woodley, James Harrison, Troy Polamalu, sack fumbles, and now none of these dudes on this team, other than like maybe Cam and TJ, but everybody else is young as hell. They need to figure out a new song. And
it's just a new song. It's like a new vibe.
They need something.
Right.
They need a new thing.
They need something. Because
good thing they have a locker room DJ that can help you.
Oh yeah!
Oh, here we go. Next grievance. Go ahead, Ian.
Because after Marcus Allen doesn't get he doesn't get a next contract.
You know, we didn't even talk about Marcus Allen.
He's actually going to go to the player personnel department.
We didn't talk about Marcus Allen or Deontay Johnson, and those two would fucking.
Marcus Allen walked in the trap, take over the trap.
Was I gone for that?
Yes.
You lost your Wi-Fi connection.
I did.
Your internet was sucking donkey balls.
It was. A guy lost his Wi-Fi.
The balls of the donkey.
Here's a guy that
I need a beer.
Here's a guy that doesn't quite have the connection.
His fucking Wi-Fi.
I hate myself.
That was
After
good.
I was told that this mustache is shit, and it might be, but let me tell you something.
You gonna show up to Christmas dinner with that mustache?
Oh, I'm hosting. It's my house. Right, I am. And then my old man's gonna fucking bust my balls.
You should shave that shit off. Mustache. I'm just saying.
No.
All right, listen, Ryan.
Listen.
Good.
Sorry,
right, you first. No, you first.
Those that say to shave this don't have the stones to fucking own it. Okay, and I got the stones to own it.
I don't disagree.
Right.
Why the fuck would you want to own that? That's the question. Why?
All right. I will tell you.
That's a fair statement right there.
Excuse me, Portland's finest. Okay, I'm just saying.
That's a fair statement. Stick sucks, Renegade does not.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
I don't agree with that. I think Sticks is so much better than Renegade.
Yeah.
Blue Collar Man is a good song.
Blue Collar Man's good.
Which is off of Pieces of 8, I believe.
Yes,
Where
it is.
Renegade is.
I'm
a little drunk. I don't remember.
All right. At any rate,
sorry,
go
ahead.
So no, a couple years ago, my family did like a Super Mario thing for Halloween, and I was Mario, so I did just the mustache and shaved the rest of it off. And I wore just the mustache into work the next day.
Oh boy!
And I got so many comments about like 70s porn star and all this other stuff. I was like, I am never doing this again. So I've kept the goatee since then. Well, actually, I had the goatee well before that as well, but like I shaved off this part just for Halloween. And I was like, I'll just wear the mustache into work. Never again. That said, my dad worked in a steel mill for 33 years and just had a mustache. And when I shaved and just had the mustache, I looked just like my dad did, like when I was a baby. And he was my age.
You got a mustache as a baby?
No.
Oh,
I probably did.
I at 35 years old looked just like my dad did at 35.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah. So I'm hiding the fact that I look just like my dad by having the whole goatee thing. So Ryan, grow the whole goatee. It's a good thing.
We probably need
it doesn't.
I probably need to hang out with Ian's dad one night.
My dad is the best, man.
We should sit around with Ian's dad and drink. I think
I'm still stuck on.
It'll be a good time.
I've only done one grievance, I think, so far.
Oh, shut the fuck up! We don't want to hear.
What
from
is
you.
wrong with you?
Well,
I think you've done at least 2 grievances.
Here's my next grievance.
The people on my podcast suck ass.
Can we stop with the terrible towel twirl?
Yes.
And the B-list fucking people that come out there to do it.
What are you talking about? D-list? Fucking B-list? They're fucking D-list people.
B, D, F list. I don't know who the hell they are half the time.
Like they bring up these actors and you're like, who the fuck's that guy? Oh yeah, he was on that thing. I don't know his name.
The terrible towel is a wonderful thing, but I don't need somebody to lead me in a twirl of it. Come
Mark
on.
is stealing my rant from last week. So for those of you who
I just wanted to add to it because it's true. I know how to twirl the towel and I know when to twirl the towel.
Big Ben is correct. Sticks does suck donkey balls, but Renegade doesn't.
There's a lot of donkeys getting their balls sucked tonight. I noticed that. It's what the 5th reference. It's a real happy donkey.
Sticks is fucking awful. They're terrible. They fucking suck.
Yeah.
Even Ryan thinks they suck. And he's an audiophile.
So I would say
oh yeah, this is a good one.
Now we're in trouble.
We need to do more overtime for the fans.
So
it was way worse the last time.
Earlier this year, when we were in Cleveland, they did like the guitar thing, and it was like Donovan Mitchell and yeah, Big Ben's burner. If only we could be in their positions. But earlier this year, they played in Cleveland. Yeah, fuck, I can't. Big Ben's burner. Let this live. I can't.
Oh, shit.
I can't compete with that. Beautiful. Cheers.
Wow.
Cheers.
Oh,
There. Now we're good.
So for the fans, did you guys
I'll be
know?
back in a minute.
Did you guys know that Mark applied for an award for our podcast for all the shit that we spew? Mark was like, "Hey, I think a good idea would be to apply for this podcasting award," and we were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I don't know that I actually applied because I was struggling to find a 5-minute segment where we weren't swearing a lot. So
that is fair. We did do a lot of that.
Oh, look, here's the statement of the week right here. You guys are sick. Well, Claude, welcome to the show.
Literally, yes. All right, well, Scarps and Ben are gone. So I'm going to say even though you can't see my Twitter account because Mark's DraftKings thing is over my name.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Go to my Twitter account, the Steelers and that, and retweet my tweet. I don't know. Scroll back, retweet my tweet about the coasters because there's a pretty cool company out there that does coasters.
They're pretty. They're really neat.
Yeah,
honestly,
that have like the drawings of like plays that happen, and there's like the Immaculate Reception play. There's the Santonio Super Bowl touchdown play. There's the Hines Ward touchdown play. There's the John Stallworth touchdown play from the Super Bowl. And if you retweet it before the start of the Steelers Oakland game, I get to pick one of the people that retweet it to win a set of these 4 coasters. Did I say Oakland? Fuck me.
You did.
Whatever. The fucking Raiders.
It was Oakland.
Yeah.
It was.
I thought I'd keep saying Oakland. He's younger.
Yeah, shut up.
Right.
San Diego, Oakland. It's
fine.
Right.
So it's the Steelers NAT is
I'm
my
putting it in right now.
Yeah, the Steelers and that is my Twitter account, which is basically because
Really, Ryan, are you cold?
What the fuck, Scarps?
God,
yes.
You know what? Y'all fucking
Scarps looks like a 1970s power line worker on his 5-minute break.
So yeah, go
might be
warm
corn
here.
on the side.
Go check my timeline, retweet the tweet that I said about like giving away the coasters, and I will pick someone to win. Only 4 people have retweeted it so far. So
4?
I'll pick some. Yeah, only 4.
I retweeted that shit.
I'll pick someone to win before the Steelers Raiders game, and someone to get some pretty cool coasters that you can use to hold your drinks during our podcast. So
Just saying.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anybody got any more grievances?
I did my 3. I don't know.
I've done 2.
3? We only get 3?
I don't know.
I get a lot more than 3.
Let it rip, Ben. What do you got?
Well, first of all of you guys are assholes.
Well, that's a given.
Who didn't see that coming?
Here's an asshole that says everybody else is an asshole.
Here's an asshole.
I didn't say I wasn't. I said all of you are.
You know,
I want to clear the record.
I'm amazed when you tweet something out about how awful Collinsworth is, and somebody says, "I don't really find him that bad." It's like, how the fuck do you not find him that bad? He's terrible.
So my only thing about Collinsworth is that he is. I actually don't think he's terrible. I actually do. I actually like him.
He was nice to you, wasn't he?
Here's a guy that was nice.
Yeah.
No. I just think that he has a role to fill.
He has a sweet spot for 14 to 18-year-olds.
Oh shit!
Let's not forget he's pushing his PFF bullshit too.
Oh, there's that too.
Here's a guy that likes bringing up bad topics on the podcast. No, so I just like he doesn't. Steelers fans hate him because they think he's like biased against.
That's
the
a great
Steelers.
question. We need to come back to that. Okay, go ahead, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan. Finish your point, and then we'll come back.
No. I just, Collinsworth doesn't piss me off as much as he pisses others off. But is there any QB in the next upcoming 2 draft classes you guys would have preferred the Steelers to wait and draft? Yeah, Caleb Williams.
Who they're not going to get.
Yeah,
that's fine. But I'm saying that the Big Ben's Burger asked, "Is there any QB in the next 2 drafts?" And I would go with Caleb Williams. And I know I bust Kenny Pickett's balls, and that's fine because that's life. But, so here's the other thing, too, we're going to get to see is Ryan Tannehill is going to be out for the year, and we're going to get to see what Malik Willis is all about. And the difference between Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis is that one was drafted in the first round, one was not. So that – where you get drafted is very important.
Yes.
So I absolutely have not given up on Kenny Pickett by any means. Do I think he's, what do the kids say, mid? Yeah.
That's a very popular term with teenagers.
I do.
Yes.
That doesn't mean he can't win games.
Steel Dad is into the terms that are like popular with teenagers because
I know all the teen terms.
However, doesn't mean you can't win games. However, you have to be able to score points in this league. It's as simple as that. Like you have
in the red zone
points.
Yeah,
in the red zone.
Important when you're in the red territory.
I'll say this about Willis: that team right now is on a very downward trajectory.
It is shit.
If he goes in and wins some games with that team, I'll be impressed.
It's worse than the Steelers.
I will be.
Much worse than the Steelers.
Yeah, it is going completely in the tank. Now, as to Big Ben's burner question about upcoming 2 draft classes, let me ask you this, Ryan. You said Caleb Williams. Do you view him as like a Mahomes type guy? I mean, what do you like about him?
I think that's disrespectful to Mahomes and
That's
also
fair.
disrespectful to Caleb Williams. But I do see throws that Caleb Williams makes, and I'm like, oh shit! Like,
Yeah,
that guy can make throws.
yeah,
And,
it's ridiculous.
and he's only like 20. He just turned 21. And my whole point about Pickett is that he was supposed to be the most pro ready, and he's like 25 years old. Like, there's a huge difference between being 21 and making those throws, and then Kenny Pickett, who hasn't even made those throws and he's 25. Like to me, that means a lot.
I agree.
And
I agree, Ryan. Go ahead. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
The weird part about this is coming from Scarpino, who like designed the plans for the Kenny Pickett statue in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's
so
going to go
weird.
right next to Fred
It's
Rogers.
so weird.
So
Right
I
next
don't
to the Clemente statue, Kenny Pickett,
I don't know if
designed by
he's,
Ryan Scarpino.
I don't know if he's going to be like that guy in the league, but the more I've seen of them, I like Bryce Young more than CJ Stroud. Like CJ Stroud does not impress me in big situations, whereas Bryce Young makes throws in big situations to put his team in good positions. Alabama hasn't won. They lost 2 games this year basically at the death, right? They lost to Tennessee on a last-second field goal. They lost to LSU in overtime. But like Bryce Young, I feel like has that clutch gene, whereas I don't feel like CJ Stroud has it. And I know CJ Stroud had a lot more hype. Like Bryce Young won the Heisman last year, but CJ Stroud had a lot more draft hype coming into this year. But I would not bank my future on CJ Stroud.
I'm telling you right now, watch Stroud's footwork, his feet. You will turn away immediately. Young is a winner. He knows how to win. He's smaller. I get that, but I agree with you.
So one thing I want to say,
and I'm just saying, if I had to pick, I would pick Caleb Williams over both of those guys. But if I had to pick between Young and Stroud, I would pick Young.
I agree. I would. Scarps?
You know, I would just say, as much as I've joked about Kenny Pickett, you've seen this year in instances where a guy like Tua is successful when you have a scheme designed to fit his strong suit, which is middle of the field.
Right.
And you've also seen what has happened when teams, even as recent as the LA Chargers, who have yet to stop a nosebleed, take away his best assets. So look at even Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is turning a corner right now. So I'm not giving up on Kenny Pickett by any means. But
Trevor Lawrence also got Doug Peterson, who's like one of the best quarterback whisperers.
There's the next thing. The next thing is that I'm not giving up on Kenny Pickett yet. However, I do fully expect Matt Canada to be back next year, which is a fucking death wish for Kenny Pickett in this league because he's older. He will be second year under Matt Canada, and he will be running bullshit jet sweeps, fucking first read bullshit. It's just going to be bad. So
Ryan, what would you say though if I said to you that Kenny Pickett went to Mike Tomlin and said, "I want Matt Canada back"? There's an easy answer to that, but I want you to really think about it.
The joke answer is, well, he gave my son Dino a scholarship. That's the joke answer. The real answer is, listen, I made my money and my bread and butter by having a Hall of Famer. So I want to put you in the position to succeed where you're a Hall of Famer. Do you think Matt Canada is part of that? And if Kenny says yes, okay, great. If Kenny says no, then I fucking go out there and I get a fucking bright young mind that can fucking put this dude in positions to succeed. And Big Ben's Burner just said, but why? Why would the Steelers bring Canada back? Big Ben's Burner, you're a fucking follower of the show, and we love you. We love the engagement. I've touted this fucking 5 times today. I've been saying this for like 6 weeks now that Canada's going to be back because Ben is gone. This is the first season without Ben. You've had Mitch and you've had Kenny, and I'm just telling you that this is the Steelers way because Dan, RIP, is gone, and Art is not a football guy.
No, he's not.
Telling you.
He's not. And he doesn't want to pay the money for a guy that's not there.
Okay, it isn't just about not wanting to pay the money.
And
but not wanting to eliminate a guy who's bad for the team.
Can I say one more thing? I really want to say this because it's pissed me off last week, and I took a lot of shit on Twitter because of this. But I said that
probably deserved it.
Fine, and you know what? You can judge me, Ben, and that's fine.
I'm very.
I said last week on Twitter that I'm a little bit envious of what the 49ers are doing right now in their approach.
I forgot about that.
What capacity?
Okay, and I said what they're doing. Head coach, GM, personnel, O-line, D-line, schematically, philosophy, whatever. And the amount of Steelers fans that came at me and were like, well, they fucking sucked for the last. I don't give a shit that they sucked because they got fucking dudes in place right now that are putting them in contention for a fucking championship.
I agree.
And you know what? They've been the same way since 2019. And oh, by the way, while the Steelers were losing to fucking Tim Tebow, they were in contention with Jim Harbaugh and Colin fucking Kaepernick in 2012.
Yeah, but you know what? People are hating on you because you're a hater.
That's what it is.
You're a hater.
So since 2011, the 49ers have been to 5 conference championships and 2 Super Bowls, okay? And the fact that Steelers fans were coming at me saying, oh, they're not the model. Even people that work for the team are coming at me. People on the payroll are coming at me. Oh, yeah. People on the payroll are coming at me saying, they're not the model franchise. Okay, who's been closer to 6? The 49ers? Who's been closer to 7? The Steelers. I'm going to tell you that the 49ers are closer to 6. A lot more than the Steelers are closer to 7. And that's a harsh reality for some people. But if the Steelers bring back Matt Canada, that tells me that the Steelers are not closer to 7.
You know, Ryan?
Wow.
That is a good, strong take.
I like
it.
Strong take right there.
I'm like Nick Wright right now with his shitty fucking facial hair. You know,
if you shaved that mustache, people would take you more seriously.
There it is. I'm like a dirty New York cop in the 70s.
So okay? Ryan, with the combo of the mustache and the beanie, are you gonna record your first pop album now, or?
Yeah.
He's gonna do a duet with Bieber.
I'm going to talk about my experiences on the Deuce in the early 70s.
Brian, I love you. It was too easy, though.
Listen, this is all good. This is like Planet Fitness. It's a judgment-free zone.
No.
I want to go back to something that Big Ben's Burner asked. Why would they bring back Canada? So, number one, he's under contract for another year after this year, which is dumb as shit, but he is. And number two, Art doesn't want to spend money on, paying guys to not coach for the team.
He's never liked that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And number 3, which is the biggest one for me, all along I've said, if Kenny Pickett says he wants Canada back, then Canada will probably be back.
Likely.
Like I think like Kenny is your quarterback of the future, and if Kenny says, "Hey, I like this guy, I want him back," then he's probably going to be back, like whether we like it or not. So yeah. All right. Somebody else say fucking something, because I need to go get another beer.
I mean, listen. I'm going to say it because people on Twitter think I'm a hater, and it's
you totally are.
Okay, listen. I was a fucking fan of this team long before I worked there. I'm going to be a fan long before after I worked there, and the fact that they're just not adapting or adjusting is just fucking infuriating to me. Like infuriating. Like, and you know, and like the fact that they'll ask Tomlin, like, hey, do you have like a challenge coach or a play coach? He's like, no, he's like, so like it's weird because like they could benefit from that. And no, I'm not saying that like they need to go full fucking John Harbaugh Ravens where they go for it all the time on 4th down, or Brandon Staley, but like they need to adapt and adjust to the trends that are fucking going on, you know. And Big Ben's Burner just tweeted, Pickett is an absolute fool if he wants to. I agree. I fucking totally agree. The worst thing for Kenny Pickett is Matt Canada. And you know what? And I'm just going to say this because, and I'm not saying anybody watching this right now felt this way, but the number of Steelers fans that wanted Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson here, do you think they would have fucking gotten along with Matt Canada? Like those two dudes, like I'm not going to sit here and say that Russell Wilson is broken because I don't believe that. I think
I'll say it.
I think Russell Wilson.
I'll just say that Matt Canada sucks, and they need a good quarterback who came in and be like, "This is bullshit."
Okay,
we watched a Hall of Fame quarterback last year in Matt Canada's offense go, "Okay, I've had fucking enough. I'm done."
Done.
I am fucking done. I'm calling my own shit. I am fucking done. I'm going to drop some shit up in the dirt. I'm going to call some shit at the line and go, you have an out. You have a post. You have this. You have that. Telling the receivers what their route is at the line of scrimmage, and it still fucking worked because he had 18 years of experience.
Canada today.
I put Franco on my tree next to Yoda and Luke Skywalker.
I was going to say, can we talk about why Ian has Franco next to Yoda?
Because he's the best. Okay, moving on.
Canada today basically said we can't just throw the ball to George Pickens on every down.
Well, I don't think anybody's suggesting that, are they?
Okay, but I'm going to tell you this right now.
Perhaps
and I know
they should
I know I hate him.
George Pickens more than 4 times per game.
Yes.
Just a thought.
But they
maybe more than 4 times. Just saying.
They fucking threw the ball. Ben threw the ball to 84 all the fucking time. The problem wasn't the offense; it was the defense back then. But my point is, you're saying you can't throw the ball to your best player. I look at a guy coming into it's still Heinz Field, coming into Heinz Field this weekend that's going to throw the ball to Devontae Adams every fucking chance he can, and it's going to fucking be beneficial.
Goddamn right.
So the fact that, like, Matt Canada is like, and I don't know if he's just trying to be suave or whatever, but you know what? You know another grievance on this list that I had, besides the guy that sits next to Matt Canada with the mustache, is Matt Canada's face. Matt Canada's face pisses me off. It is smug. It is arrogant. He acts like he's smarter than everybody in the room, and it just pisses me off. So you combine that with the mustache guy that's sitting next to him and his smug ass face. We just got a total smug ass fucking group of offensive fucking coaches.
We gotta find out who mustache guy is.
I don't like it.
So Big Ben's Burner mentioned about everyone in the North has their franchise QB except for us. But is Lamar actually going to be back in Baltimore? That would be peak comedy if Lamar was gone and Lamar hit the free agent market. Like, that would be amazing.
It'll be
I
fantastic.
can see Harbaugh doing that, though.
I can't see Harbaugh doing it. I cannot see Harbaugh doing it. I can see the team doing it.
I don't know.
Lamar,
I get the feeling Harbaugh.
To me, Lamar saved John Harbaugh.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lamar wants to be the highest paid quarterback in the league. He wants all his money to be guaranteed. All of it.
So okay, so who would pay Lamar that kind of money? What team?
Baltimore.
Other than Baltimore.
Oh boy.
Atlanta, maybe.
You know whose fault this is?
Who?
The Cleveland Browns for giving all that fucking guarantee.
Yeah, it is. Goddamn right.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's the Vikings first, but yeah, then the Browns.
Yeah. Well, and here's like the comedy of it, right? So Tom Brady might be a free agent next year. Like, does Tom Brady?
Tom Brady's going to be done next year.
Tom Brady's fucking done right now.
He's done.
I hope he retires.
Okay.
It's
done.
Embarrassing now.
All right, he gave up his marriage to keep playing in the NFL. He's going to play again next year.
Raiders.
So, yeah, and that's the thing. I think Brady to the Raiders is a legit possibility. So then, like, Derek Carr becomes a free agent, and then you got Lamar out there, and like the whole like the comedy of it all just is amazing. Potentially,
well, to me, it's like the potential comedy.
Yeah,
because you
So
could
Derek
get
Carr
a
goes
car.
to the Colts. Derek Carr to the Colts, and then
Daniel
Tom Brady
Jones
to Raiders.
Daniel Jones is also done. So Daniel Jones to the Panthers, Lamar to the Giants, and
Man, he'd be interesting with Dable.
yeah, Lamar with Saquon in the backfield, like that could be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, like,
Dable's a shit coordinator.
Yeah. Plus, just the whole New York market and everything. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of potentially comedic options that could happen this offseason.
The thing is, Lamar could go to the Giants, and they could afford to pay him that guaranteed contract. They can do it.
Sure.
So yeah, that's interesting. Maybe.
All right. Any final thoughts here? We've been going at it 90 minutes on overtime.
I just opened another beer. We're not stopping now,
for fuck's
right?
sake. Really?
Yes.
Right,
All
I
right.
agree.
All right. We'll go a little bit longer then. Anybody got any more grievances?
I got a grievance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Hi, I'm middle of the field. The Steelers never utilize me.
Wait. Hold on. Ryan.
Well, yes, they do when they throw the Ravens
Legit
players.
grievance.
Mitch Trubisky uses you when he throws to the other team.
At least he fucking tries, unlike that fucking kid from fucking New Jersey that went to Pitt and everybody thinks he's fucking bored for Pittsburgh.
All right, that's fair.
That is fair.
No, Kenny Pickett's fine. Oh my God, like
The drunker we get, the worse the points get.
I mean,
it's fantastic.
That's kind of the idea.
Oh my God, like
Melvin, thanks for joining. We love you.
yeah, Melvin. Cheers, brother.
Is Melvin going home or something?
He's got a busy day tomorrow.
Merry Christmas, Melvin. I'll catch you later.
I just like, yeah, I don't know, and it's not just this year. Last year and the year before, well, the year before, 2020, they actually did utilize the middle of the field because Randy was the coordinator. They had crossers. 2021 and 2022, they don't have the crossers. They don't utilize the middle of the field. And it just blows my mind because, and I think Muth might be a little hurt, but, he didn't have a fucking target last week.
No, he has to be dinged up. There's
And
no
it's
doubt
just
in my mind.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, Zach Gentry had more targets. I mean, something wasn't right with him last week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, hey, Steelers freak mentioned Lamar to the Lions, but honestly, I would love to see the Lions make the playoffs. They're the most fun team in the
I
league
agree.
right
I
now.
love that shit, dude.
It would be so much fun to see the Lions in the playoffs this year.
Well, it would be really fun. It would be like the Lions traveling to Dallas and winning.
No, Dallas is gonna have to go to Tampa because Dallas will be the number one.
That's right. You're right.
Wild
because
card.
Philly's going to win.
It also depends what happens.
Philly's going to
this
win
weekend.
it.
right?
Yeah.
So
So
Philly's gonna win the division. He's right.
Dallas will go to Tampa. Tampa will be like 7-10
Yep.
and make the playoffs. Dallas is gonna go there as like a 12-5 team and lose
just
because
like the
they're
Colts
fucking.
and the
Which will be
Chargers.
They're not
fantastic.
going to lose that game.
It'll be awesome.
All right,
They're
now,
not gonna lose
I would
it.
absolutely. All right, Ryan, you're telling me you would take Dallas against Tom Brady in Tampa. All right.
This year, yes. Years prior, no. This year, absolutely. He is fucking done. He is washed.
Yes.
Yes, I'm saying that live right now.
Ryan's a
Right.
hater.
He is.
I mean,
all
it's only
Such a hater.
okay.
It's only taken me 20 years to tell me
Such a
that Tom
hater.
Brady's washed.
All right. Objectively, yes, Tom Brady is washed, but you actually think the NFL would let Tom Brady lose to Dallas?
If he makes the playoffs, no.
No.
Nope.
They will do whatever they can to get him to the Super Bowl.
Yes. And-
Okay. No fucking way.
I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying they'll help as much
The
as they
Tampa
can.
Bay Tom Brady's will definitely get a
Yeah.
leg up.
Okay, so they beat the Cowboys, and then where do they go?
Well, then
They go to
probably-
San Francisco and
Francisco.
play the Fighting Brock Purdy's and win there,
Mm.
and
So
then
and then they'll get the fucking rumors that he's coming to San Francisco after he wins this Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
exactly.
That's true.
Yep.
Oh my
So-
god, it's all coming to fruition right
Yeah,
now. I hate
this is-
myself for not
This is
believing
the
this.
stupidest fucking possible outcome, which is Tom Brady makes the Super Bowl again after going like 7-10 in the regular season.
I hate
Um,
to say this. But I think the Cowboys and Niners are the two best teams in the NFC, even more than the Eagles.
Really?
The Eagles?
Well,
I think the Eagles
all right.
are the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, I
Well,
like the Eagles,
it depends
man.
on Jalen. If Jalen's healthy, then
Right.
yeah. But if Jalen's not healthy, then
Whoa, gentlemen! I need to stop what you're doing. We have a major.
Oh,
development here.
yeah, Big Ben's burner.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Holy
Look
shit,
at
I'm
this
really shocked
guy.
she said yes, dude. Good for you. You fooled her.
Wow.
I
that's
am
amazing.
shocked. I am fucking shocked. She said yes, really? Wow.
Why were we not made privy to this earlier in the show? This
Would have
would
been
have
really
been.
would have been way
Big Ben's
cooler.
bird, you got a son on the way too, right?
Oh,
This is
I got a
amazing.
son too. No, I'm just making. I'm just saying, like we had a
Wait,
little boy
Ryan's
on the
got
way.
a son. That's true. Actually,
that's,
Ryan has a
that
son.
is terrific, Burner. Congratulations. We look
Hell yeah.
forward to
Congratulations.
to the nuptials and the photos and
Kind of
all
surprised
that
she said
stuff.
yes and all, but that's fine.
That's fantastic.
Mark, you need to send them like some koozies or some like wedding favors or
Something
something.
fucking
March
something.
20th.
Yes.
Oh, great
That's what I'm
month.
saying.
Great month.
I wasn't unveiling any new information. Big
Yes,
Ben's
we
Burner
can,
was
we can
talking about he
definitely
had a
send
son.
out
Hell
some
yeah.
koozies and stuff. That
Yeah.
can happen. Yep. Burner's not too far from Melvin down there in Texas. They've had some shit weather recently.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
yeah, pretty soon they're gonna lose power.
He told her
that'll
that he
happen in a
has
minute.
only 6 months to live. Holy shit, freak coming hard.
Exactly.
wow.
You know, he said I have to ship out next week. Delta Force, and I need to get married right away.
Delta Force.
Delta Force, gonna ship
Holy
out next
shit.
week. We need to get married now.
That's funny.
I got another grievance.
Yeah, go one more than I got.
Here we go, Ryan. More
I still have
grievances.
editing to do.
You're not editing this shit, Mark. You didn't edit the last time.
I don't
we
even
did
know.
overtime.
No,
You
I
just,
didn't
like,
edit the
published
last
all
one because
this
I didn't
shit.
want to listen to it.
I'm gonna have one more beer. Can I go get a beer first? I just want
Christ,
one more
Garfield.
beer.
Really?
Yes.
You got a piss too?
I still want one more beer.
Right. You got a piss too?
Maybe. Do we need a 5
Well,
minute
hurry
break?
it up, man.
There's no hurrying. Who cares?
That's a hurry.
Go get your
No,
beer.
it's still
It's 1 a.m. for you
Pressure
assholes.
right now, okay?
I haven't gotten out of this chair since like 9:30, man.
Well,
My,
go
my
fucking rip a
legs are going to
fucking
be
pitch, you
atrophied.
Dad, and we'll come back for one more.
That's
Okay,
your
go
fault,
ahead.
Mark. We took a break for 5 minutes after the regular show.
No, you took a break. I had to get everything set up.
Well,
Go ahead, Scarps. Get your beer, man.
Yeah, like Mark, when we did the
I
real
feel a
overtime,
little pressured right now, and I don't feel
What's your
comfortable.
gripe?
I'm in my fucking
You're
comfort zone.
fine. You're fine. You know what? I'm going to go into my furnace room and pee into the drain.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Listen, I need a safe space. This is fucking bullshit. I hate this.
You know, you really feel like you're all up in your feelings right now, and it's really kind of annoying.
Who is the overrated player on the Steelers roster?
Okay.
Holy shit.
Let me say my final. No, actually, we could talk about that. I was just gonna say, my final critique is.
I have a comment on that overrated player.
Okay, wait. Go back. Ryan, do your thing and come back to the overrated player.
Yes.
Oh no, my final grievance was fucking working with y'all. I can't fucking work like this. No, for real, we'll come back. Let me get a fucking thing in.
Here's a great story. I got a buddy who played football at Michigan State, and he's bigger than me. Big man. He would wear Depends when we would play cards.
Why?
Because he didn't trust anybody at the table. He figured everybody would fuck with his cards or their cards. So he would seriously just sit there and piss himself all night in the Depends just to make sure nobody was cheating. Number one, it stank.
Homie's got issues.
Oh, well, he's clearly got issues, but it was funny as shit.
No.
Wow.
That's not funny. It's gross.
I'll let you guys chat for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. Most overrated player on the Steelers roster is Deontay Johnson.
Yep,
Because
by far.
And
he's talented as fuck. But Jesus, he does not produce.
He gets open, but he doesn't catch the ball. Well, he catches the ball some of the time, but he doesn't score. Right now, I am looking at the statistics. When Deontay Johnson is targeted, the Steelers quarterbacks, whether it's Mitch, Kenny, whoever, have a passer rating of 59.2, which for every receiver in the league that has at least 40 targets, there's 83 of them. Deontay Johnson, I'll give you a hint, is not in the top 82. He is the worst receiver in the league with at least 40 targets as far as passer rating when targeted. And on top of that all, he has 123 targets, which is like the 6th most targets in the league. So the Steelers are forcing the ball, basically, to Deontay Johnson when he is their least efficient receiver.
Time out real quickly.
Yes.
Let's just say hypothetically.
Yes.
If Deontay Johnson had a offensive coordinator who didn't call a bunch of curl routes and comebacks and hitches, would he be more effective? If Deontay Johnson had better quarterback play, would he be more effective? From my standpoint, the answer is yes, absolutely, he would be.
That's why I didn't want to say
This scheme is fucking terrible.
Yes.
Terrible.
But also, I would agree with you. I would say yes, but it's a yes, but. Yes, but look at the last 3 weeks. They have literally tried to force him touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. He has had balls in his hands in the end zone 3 weeks in a row that he has not come down with.
Sounds like a personal problem.
No, I agree. It's two-pronged from the standpoint that there has been an issue with quarterback play calling. Three-pronged. And Deontay not catching the goddamn ball. But Deontay is not entirely to blame for his poor production.
Fair, but when you're making $17 million a year, you got to catch the fucking ball. Whatever it is. When you're making more than $15 million a year, you got to catch the fucking ball.
I agree. I'm
sorry. I have to comment.
That part I agree with you.
Sitting down? Get the fuck out of here, man. That was one time.
Mark had to send a tweet really bad, so he sat down to pee and was like, I got to send this tweet.
Oh, fuck.
He always pees sitting down because that way he can use his phone at the same time.
I do. I'm old. I can't stand there that long.
No, it's about using the phone at the same time. So
the one thing about
Mark, you can't stand up and pee and use your phone at the same time. What's wrong with you?
I can, just not well.
The one thing about Deontay Johnson that I want to say is that he is always open, but
he's always open when he doesn't catch the ball.
But I said this before the season, before he got paid. I said, I want to see what this dude does in a year without Ben Roethlisberger. And even with Ben Roethlisberger, he still had drops. So to me, and I tweeted this earlier, that dude has all the fucking tools in the world. He has all the skills in the world. He needs better coaching. He does. He needs better coaching. And whether that's a wide receivers coach or a head coach, I don't care.
Maybe it's better coaching for after the catch and like what to not to do.
Is it coaching
along the opponent's offensive line, along the opponent's sideline? Maybe you don't taunt those guys.
Yes. So that's the thing. Is it not? So here's the way I envision this next year is that the Steelers in a wild card playoff game. The Steelers are 3rd and 15. Okay. They're down by 5. And Deontay Johnson, and I hear Billy Hillgrove be like, yeah, Deontay Johnson with a 17-yard catch. And oh shit, he fucking ran back 5 yards and it's 4th and 2.
Fuck. That should have been my 4th grievance. Like, why the fuck did these people run backwards?
Yes. So like, to me, that's about coaching. Like that is somebody in your ear at all times being like, catch the ball and go upfield. Catch the ball and go upfield. And you know what? I'm not going to listen, I don't know Deontay. I didn't work with him, but I have noticed that other players in this league do similar shit. And that is not something that's just to him. I've seen it in every game. Guys catch the ball and they go backwards. I don't understand it.
Well, I think in a case like him, he played at Toledo. I mean, he could get away with that shit in the MAC. I mean,
why shit on the MAC? But okay, I'm just saying.
Look, dude, I love the MAC. I went to a MAC school. I mean,
he's right. He can't get with it.
But you can't get away with that in the NFL every time. And he just. But I guess what I would say to that is coaching going to make him catch the ball more consistently? And I don't know that it is. I mean, you can talk to a guy till you're blue in the fucking face, and I don't think it's going to matter. You can catch tennis balls until the cows come home. You just if you don't have that ability to just constantly catch the ball, I don't know that you're ever going to get it. I mean, and that's what drives me nuts with him. He'll make these spectacular catches, and then the most basic catch goes through his hands. Is it a concentration issue? I don't know what it is.
The bigger problem is when the ball like clangs off his hands and bounces up in the air, and like a defensive back has a chance to catch the ball. Right. Like if it hit his hands and went down to the ground, okay, that's a drop, not as big of a problem. When it goes up, that's a much bigger problem.
No doubt about it, Ian. I agree.
Yeah. And this is a good point from Big Ben's burner too. That
I don't think he's afraid of contact.
But when you look at like the advanced stats of like Deontay and George Pickens have similar like catch rates, but Deontay is open much more. So it's like Deontay is open more. So yeah, throw him the ball more, but he doesn't catch it as much. Whereas Pickens is much more capable of a contested catch in traffic. Like, I don't know.
This is the gripe we had with Claypool before when he was a Steeler.
Yeah.
Was that he was supposed to make those contested catches and he didn't.
No, but he didn't.
Deontay is open and it doesn't catch the ball either. So, yeah.
But Pickens, I am not an NFL offensive coordinator, so but nevertheless, like if it was me, I'd be like, look, if it's 50-50, if George is one-on-one, like throw him the ball and give him a chance.
Yes.
Like George can go get that damn ball, whereas like if Deontay's open, maybe he gets the ball. But Pickens just has that dog in him that he's like, yes, I'm gonna go get this
dog
damn
in
ball.
him.
Yeah.
His His hands are vice grips, man. When he goes up and
as Ryan puts it, he's built different.
He's built different.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
He's just built different.
He's built different. Yeah.
You talk about the most overrated player on the Steelers roster. The roster right now. I was about to say
Did you say roster him?
You're not gonna really do that, are you?
He said roster him.
No, but to be fair, TJ Watt made the Pro Bowl, and he
fine.
really does
Let's
not.
talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Talk about that.
Let's do it. Let's
You
do
said
it.
most overrated player right now.
All right.
Look, I'm going to defend the guy. He's
Okay.
playing on a bad knee, a bad arm, a bad set of ribs.
Bad stuff.
You know,
bad stuff.
He can't help it if people vote him to the Pro Bowl.
Why do they vote him to the Pro Bowl? Why?
He's got to be
But
embarrassed
why?
by it.
Think about it. Well, no. I don't think he's embarrassed by it.
Oh, I do. I think
Think about it for a minute. Why do they vote him to it?
Well, because of his reputation.
No, it isn't just about his reputation. It's about
Fans.
the fact that they had to take account for him because he was on the field. They had a scheme against him because he was on the field. As you pointed out earlier this week, he has 2 sacks, 2.5 sacks the last 2 weeks because he stopped wearing that harness. He stopped.
Yes, he did.
He stopped wearing it. Okay, he's a better player as a result. But more to the point, Alex Highsmith in games that TJ Watt was not playing had 3.5 sacks, 5 quarterback hits, and 5 tackles for loss. In the 7 games that TJ Watt has played, he has 7.5 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, and 11 quarterback hits. So those numbers really benefited TJ Watt, and they penalized Alex Highsmith because people looked at that and went, well, you were only successful in those games because Watt was opposite you. And they were accounting for him. And that's why you were able to get to the quarterback more often.
Right.
Because they didn't account for you. They were like, fuck this. That Watt's in the game. We need to account for this guy first. I'm just saying, Watt, while he isn't what he was last year at all,
Not even
does
close.
not suck. Doesn't suck. Not even maybe.
No, but I just the whole Pro Bowl voting thing is stupid. I mean,
And your point is?
it's just, I mean, you get fans involved, and
So
you know, I don't know.
when I worked there, players
Yeah.
didn't give a shit or fuck about Pro Bowl voting. So you know who used to do the Pro Bowl voting for the players? This guy.
Oh, now here's some dirt.
So me and our helpers, our intern, whoever, and when I was an intern, I did the same for the fucking full-time people. We'd fucking write left-handed, write fucking with 4 fingers or whatever to fucking figure it out because the fucking players didn't give a shit about it. And then afterwards, when the Pro Bowl voting came out, they'd be like, Scarpino, how the fuck did this guy get in there? I'm like, because you didn't want to fucking vote. That's how I made him feel guilty about it. And then they were pissed at me for about 5 seconds, and then they forgot about it. But that's literally how big of a joke the vote is.
They didn't care. So if they didn't care, what did you do?
We would get a general consensus over who thought who was okay and who wasn't. And then we would just literally fill out ballots, writing in different styles and colors and pencil or pen.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Colors.
Literally.
Wow.
Literally the Thursday of the Pro Bowl voting, I'd literally be like, you know what? I'm going to be here until fucking 9 o'clock tonight because I have to fucking write in shit for guys that don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Very
You made the
disappointing.
big bucks, baby.
Very disappointing. Yeah. And again, the funniest part was when the Pro Bowl votes came out. I'd be like, hey, Scarpino, how the fuck did this guy get in there? Like, I literally asked you to fill out a ballot and you didn't fucking care. It's the same thing about those NFL 100, those NFL 100 top 100 things. They don't give a shit. They don't care.
I wouldn't think so.
And the funniest part about it, the funniest part about all those voting was we would get maybe 45 seconds to a minute and a half to explain that this is important. And the number one thing we said was, do not vote for your own teammates. So God bless the fucking guys that gave us back a ballot that had their own teammates on it. At least they tried, right? At least they tried.
Right.
But the fucking rest was a total joke. And then when Fletcher Cox made the Pro Bowl, they'd be like, why the fuck, Scarps? Like, Scarps, you fucking made this happen. And I'd be like, dude, you didn't fucking fill out the fucking form. It's your own fault.
Ian, I'm going to let you comment on Bernie's question about Justin Fields, and then we're going to wrap this shit
Why are you
up.
so angry about Justin Fields, Scarps?
I'm not angry about
He's not. Ian.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Ian.
Yeah, no.
I just get used to asking the hater questions of Scarps because he's such a hater.
No, the Fields question is a good one, because all right, so what the Bears gave up to move from basically 20 to 10 or 20 to whatever it was, 11. All right, from number 20 to number 11 to get Justin Fields was. They gave up their first round pick, number 20, a fifth round pick that year, plus the next year's first, plus the next year's fourth. We were number 24 that year. So figure we got to give up a little more than that, right? So what the Bears gave up, essentially, or what we would have to given up for Justin Fields, would have been Najee Harris, Kenny Pickett, Buddy Johnson, Calvin Austin. Maybe switch Dan Moore, Buddy Johnson.
Right.
Buddy Johnson and Calvin Austin have been so productive so far.
Okay.
That's probably wouldn't worked out.
All right. Well, something more than that, though. Maybe. All right. Maybe figure because we had a later pick, maybe like the 2022 pick would have been a fourth, or would have been a third instead of a fourth. So that would have been like the Marvin Leal instead of Calvin Austin. I don't know. All right. So but figure like, all right. So the real question is Justin Fields better than the combination of Najee plus Kenny plus DeMarvin Leal plus maybe Buddy Johnson
pick,
or Dan Moore, like one of those two, so it's like four guys.
Buddy Johnson's gone, so
all right.
Probably.
So let's say Dan Moore, right? So let's say Najee, Kenny, Dan Moore.
Yeah, but Dan Moore wasn't part of it. Buddy Johnson was.
Well, no, I'm just saying like and Leal, right? Like for us to have moved up.
Okay.
To give more than what the Bears would have, for us to give more than what the Bears gave up to move up
to get Fields.
To get Fields, right? It probably would have been Najee, Kenny, DeMarvin Leal, and Dan Moore. So
Dan Less,
yeah. Like and honestly, I don't know. Part of that is because the Bears was such a fucking disaster. That like if they had better players around Justin Fields, like he might be better actually, and so I don't know. Honestly, like I feel like it's a wash overall. Like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So to me, it's a wash, right? It's yes, we could have given up all that to move up and get Justin Fields, or we could have got this other stuff and kind of been okay. I feel like we're kind of in the same spot.
Ben, are you tired? Hey, you're on mute. but it's almost
I am
1:30.
actually on mute. It's fantastic.
There he goes.
It's almost 1:30 here, and it's
Oh
fucking
shit, it is.
1:30
I didn't
there.
realize that.
It's probably a good time to bring it to an end here, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's a guy that doesn't know when he's on mute.
Here's a guy when it's time to end the overtime.
Here's
Here's
a guy
a guy who's
Here's
kind
a
of
guy named
liquored up.
Scarf that sucks. I
Hey,
get it.
Thanks to everybody that's hung with us throughout this 2-hour overtime period. Good stuff.
Hey, fuck those people.
As always, wonderful,
Just kidding.
wonderful
I love you
stuff.
guys.
We love you
hope
all. Merry Christmas.
We do. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
New
holidays
Year!
to everybody.
Happy
Burner,
Festivus.
congratulations on your nuptials. And Joe, congratulations on your birthday. I mean, holy shit.
Joe,
All
why aren't you
kinds of
working
stuff
now?
going on. Anyway, this is Steel Dad signing off for overtime. And as always, go Steelers.
Yeah, Ravens fucking suck.
Fuck the Browns.